Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Honey MC, and we're going to be reviewing another figure. So today we've got Bandai's Anime Heroes One Piece. We've got Zoro, and he is one of the main characters in the show, and he's a very big fan favorite, I will say that. But let's just get right into comparing him to Luffy. Now, in the show, Zoro is taller than Luffy. So if this is in the same scale, let's see here. He's definitely a little taller than Luffy. I would like him to be a little bit taller, but for the scale that it is in, that is totally fine. All right, and let's just see how tall did they actually make Zoro. So let's start in inches, starting from the base of his foot to the top of his head. And that's about 6.5 inches, somewhere around there. Moving on to centimeters, again, starting at the base of his foot, going to the top of his head. We've got just about 17 centimeters, somewhere around there. All right, let's go into articulation. First off, we've got ball head joint. Works great. Can go forward, can kind of go back. Basically, it does its job. And then we've got shoulder joint. Good all the way around. Some pretty decent height if you go sideways. And then coming back down, we've got a good bicep swivel. And then double jointed elbow. Works pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. And then we've got a wrist, which is a ball joint. So it can't really go up or down, but it can angle into the side a little bit. So I'm happy with that. And then we've got a torso, and it can go back pretty far, but not too far forward, but that is okay. I will take that. All right, then it's pretty obstructed because of his cloak, but he does have obviously hip joint, which can drop down. The shoulders can do a drop down as well, just kind of like that. But yeah, shoulders and hips can do a drop down. And then we've got thigh swivel, which again is kind of obstructed, but if we go like this, you can kind of see it. It does swivel. It does its job. Yay! All right, then moving on to the knee. Again, a tiniest bit obstructed, but can still get some pretty decent height on it. It is double jointed. Terribly sorry if that's hard to see. All right, and then moving on, we've got the ankle joint, and that is a ball joint, no toe joint, which is totally fine. Also learned that it's pretty good at going into the splits, which is good for Zoro because of his fighting style and everything. He's got to be as flexible as possible and unrestricted. So, all right, moving on to what he comes with. So you'll notice that he has these scabbards for his iconic 3 swords, and these did come separately. You just gotta basically just put them in his little holder over here. You'll notice they do have holes in them that you can put the 3 swords he comes with, including this one, which goes into his mouth. Just like that. And then he does have, obviously, gripping hands to hold his other 2 swords. He's so pretty. Okay. And then that kind of leads us into his aesthetic. So, based on what I can tell, it doesn't say directly on the package, which reminds me I didn't even show you the package. So, this is the front. We got a clear picture of Zoro. And then this is the side, which I'm pretty sure that says Anime Heroes in Japanese on the side. I'm not entirely sure. And then the One Piece logo on the bottom there, and also shows on the back all the other figures from the that you can collect with this, which we will definitely be reviewing more of those. And then other side, we've got another image of Zoro with his name on the bottom. All right. Yes, so from what I can tell, and you would have seen that, while it does say his name, it doesn't say which arc this design is from, but you'll notice that he has his bandana, which tells me that this is what he would wear in the first 3 arcs, so before the big time skip of 2 years. I mean, he still has it in later seasons, but it's more like wrapped around his arm or more as a headband. He wears it iconically as a bandana in the first 3 arcs. So that tells me this is not necessarily... He has the same design in those 3 arcs. So you can go with whatever theme you want for whatever collection you have. Let's see. So I like the design they have of... It is his signature clothing, but they just have it draped down in the back. The detail they have in, like, this is more of a plastic. It's not a cloth, but it looks like it could be cloth, with the different wrinkles and then with the buttons he has here. Even though it does have the shininess of it, it still looks really good. The sword sheaths, they got the details really good on those to, for one, show which sword goes to which holder, but also to just show the difference, because each of his swords has their own meaning, their own power and ability. But yeah, so, and then you've got the iconic red belt, which I like how they have this look like it's a different material. It definitely feels thinner and lighter than the green, which I like that detail. And I also noticed that, here, I'm going to take this out of his mouth. They have his scar that he got in the first arc, which is a very important detail. And then his eye wound. That's another great detail. And they also have his, kind of hard to see because they're so small, but he does have his 3 earrings. So all in all, this is a very good figure. I will say, QC control, definitely. I almost broke him earlier, but he's quite fixable if you know what got messed up. But I digress. So all in all, I say this is a very accurate figure. I really like the movement that he does have, and I can't wait to keep collecting this series. Until then, see ya.